As local business owners prepare for a weekend of customers, they are paying attention to the area's hospitalization rate, especially bar and restaurant owners. That's because if the rate doesn't decline before Sunday, they might be forced to further limit their capacities. If 15% of an area's hospital beds are occupied by COVID-19 patients for at least a week straight, the state says occupancy limits can't exceed 50%, so that's 25% less than current restrictions. And that won't be for just 1 or 2 counties in our area, but all 11 in our region. That's Bastrop, Blanco, Burnett, Caldwell, Fayette, Hayes, Lee, Llano, San Saba, Travis, and Williamson counties. The capacity rollback is a consequence spelled out in the executive order Governor Greg Abbott issued last October. For bars in particular, they could possibly have to shut down. Indoor operations only operate for drive-through, pickup, or delivery. Dr. Mark Escott of Austin Public Health has warned that extracurricular sports have greatly contributed to the spike in COVID-19 cases, but like Austin ISD, Pflugerville ISD plans to resume more sports after shutting them down within the last 2 weeks. And I'm joined now by KXAN's Caitlin Carmu. Caitlin, you have been keeping track of this story for us all day. What are parents saying about that decision?
Cindy, we're hearing from some parents for it to return to some sort of normalcy, and then others saying, why make this move during a stage 5 health crisis? Now, it is important to note varsity sports have still been practicing and performing in games, but before the break, when Travis County moved into that stage 5 health crisis, Pflugerville restricted junior varsity, extracurricular, co-curricular, and athletic events. Now they're saying those could resume as soon as Monday.
They find themselves out on a field or in a court.
Nicole Cortez Coiner's family is loaded with athletes. She's also at high risk for complications with COVID-19.
When the original shutdown happened in March, we locked down our home for months and months and months. From March till June, I watched my thriving, wonderfully healthy, mentally and physically children just decline completely.
Knowing the value sports provided, she made the move to let her students play. Other parents questioned the district's move during a stage 5 crisis.
And I feel like, Austin Public Health is telling us to take it easy, that we shouldn't be playing sports.
Lindsay Ballard's student is part of the Pflugerville's Fine Arts program, which will also be allowed at the high school level.
And that I feel like our athletic director is trying to, in his words, fly under the radar.
She's talking about this email to coaches from Pflugerville's athletic director. Regarding junior varsity sports, it says, I just want to quickly add it back and fly under the radar.
Looking at what's consistent around Central Texas and what other districts are doing.
Pflugerville ISD says it's simply following the status quo and that it can and will reevaluate their decision with a bigger surge in cases. Plus, they're adding another restriction.
And in Pflugerville, we have one of the strictest, some of the strictest safety priorities by not allowing any spectators.
And Pflugerville says middle school extracurriculars will continue to be paused until they can ensure the safety at the high school level. In Pflugerville, Caitlin Carmoot for KXAN News.